From a Christmas Inn owner to a dashing romantic lead, these Hallmark stars brought all the sappy, sweet vibes to the small screen and left an indelible mark on our collective heart when they died. Michael Kopsa's catalog of talents was exhaustive. The Canadian actor boasted credits ranging from animation to film and television. His talents made him a top choice for English dubbing across anime productions and video games such as Dragon Ball Z and Ninjago. Starring in legacy sci-fi like Stargate SG-1 and The X-Files, entrenched Kopsa deeply into pop culture. Given his varied skill set, however, Kopsa didn't hesitate to expand his spectrum of genres. With Hallmark, the actor made a splash in feel-good festive productions, including the Father Christmas series. He possessed a strong personality, according to his rep Jamie Levitt, who told People, if he presented crusty on the outside, it was only to protect his gooey heart.
Are you kidding? We're having a blast.
Kopsa, whose commitment to his craft was well known, once reflected on the power of his profession to Gateworld, saying, "You go into it, and then you start to realize what kind of impact it can have, and not to underestimate that." The star died on October 23, 2022, from a brain tumor. For someone who started off working a white-collar job, Peter Falk sure conquered great heights in the film and television industry. Rising through childhood struggles with cancer that left him with a glass eye, Falk began his acting career with minor roles on the small screen before making his big screen debut with the 1958 film Wind Across the Everglades. Falk's genius was immediately apparent, and by 1961, he had earned his first Oscar and Emmy nominations, a rare feat at the time. His glittering streak continued into the next year with the film Pocketful of Miracles and NBC's The Dick Powell Theater, before Falk's defining role came to him in 1971. Always pursuing just one more thing as one of television's most legendary detectives, Falk starred in Columbo for over 3 decades. His raincoat-wearing, cigar-smoking alter ego, whose idiosyncrasies endeared him to fans as much as his mystery-solving abilities, raked in 4 Emmys and a Golden Globe for Falk, who simultaneously humored moviegoers with comedy hits like The In-Laws and The Brink's Job. In later years, Falk diversified his range as Max the Angel in a string of sentimental holiday productions from Hallmark. A sharp-witted actor who never let his impaired eyesight affect his career, Falk died on June 23, 2011 at his Beverly Hills home. He had reportedly lived with Alzheimer's disease during his final years. Small screen veteran Anne Heche died on August 12, 2022, under tragic circumstances. A Hallmark holiday fixture with specials like Silver Bells and One Christmas Eve, Heche was driving around Los Angeles on August 5th when she crashed her vehicle into a house. The residence, as well as Heche's Mini Cooper, caught fire. It took about 45 minutes for the fire department to rescue Heche. She fell into a coma, and though initial statements from her reps described her condition as stable, Heche was declared brain dead within a week. According to a Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner report, the actor died from an anoxic brain injury that prevented oxygen from reaching her brain. Toxicology reports confirmed that Heche wasn't on drugs at the time of the crash. Heche's presence in the industry was marked by a versatile choice of films like Wag the Dog, 6 Days, 7 Nights, and Donnie Brasco. The Emmy Winners Association with Hallmark began in the 1990s with the television film Oh Pioneers. Over the decades, she established herself as a fan favorite. While her career was diverse, she revealed that TV, quote, kept food on my table, after Hollywood allegedly blacklisted her for going public with her relationship with Ellen DeGeneres. An acting veteran who exercised massive influence as a Black icon on television, Clarence Williams III died on June 4, 2021, from colon cancer. Across the board, tributes for Williams recognized him as a cultural giant whose cool screen presence was an inspiring force in the lives of many. From director Peyton Reed to singer-songwriter Lenny Kravitz, all eulogized Williams' work, starting, of course, with the iconic Link Hayes on ABC's crime drama, The Mod Squad. The show played with themes of counterculture attractive to the flower power generation of the 1960s, and Williams was 1/3 of television's hippest youth trio for half a decade. Williams' feature film credits include 1984's hugely successful Purple Rain, in which he played the role of Prince's father. On Hallmark, his stint as Philby in the Mystery Woman series kept audiences hooked.
You see that woman standing over there? She keeps staring at me.
To Williams, the ultimate virtue throughout his career was patience. In 1997, he said, "It's not a 100-yard dash, it's a long-distance run." 4 decades of work embedded Luke Perry deeply into television pop culture. From Dylan McKay in Beverly Hills 90210 to Fred Andrews in Riverdale, Perry was a fixture in trendy shows that drew a wide fan base, thereby fashioning himself into a youth icon early in his small-screen career. He quickly became a favorite among television-watching masses, with appearances in popular shows like Will and Grace, Criminal Minds, and Community. His tenure in films was no less impressive, ranging from a string of Hallmark crime dramas, his role as John Goodnight standing out in his repertoire, to his swan song in the star-studded Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. On March 4th, 2019, the entertainment industry shook when news surfaced that Perry had died of a massive stroke. He was 52. 3-time Emmy-nominated star Alan Thicke was a master of all trades, from acting to composing to hosting. Best known for playing Jason Seaver on the iconic 1980s sitcom Growing Pains, which earned him a spot on the list of America's favorite television dads, Thicke entertained fans for close to 5 decades. A lot of his early credits included work behind the camera as a writer, in addition to the composition of memorable television themes for shows like Different Strokes. Thicke's prolific career earned him great honor in his home country of Canada, where he earned a star on the Walk of Fame in 2013. Television films were an integral part of Thicke's small-screen run. In those produced by Hallmark, he played another ever-beloved paternal presence in Notes from Dad, and also appeared in the festive specials Let It Snow and Stop the Wedding. On December 13, 2016, Thicke died from what experts said was a rare heart condition caused by an aortic rupture. Cardiologist Brian Tashner told USA Today, "It's a lot less common than someone suffering a heart attack, but the symptoms are very similar." In the hours before his death, Thicke was playing hockey in Burbank with his youngest son, Carter. He is survived by his wife and 3 sons, including singer-songwriter Robin Thicke. It takes a special talent to cement your place in television history as a memorable villain over just 10 episodes. As Wyndham Earle in the classic 1990s series Twin Peaks, Kenneth Welsh did just that. ACTRA, a performing arts union in Canada, hailed him on Twitter as one of Canada's all-time great performers. He died on May 5, 2022, at his home in Ontario following a struggle with cancer. The 80-year-old left behind a rich legacy of work, capped off by a final appearance in an episode of the comedy series The Kids in the Hall. Television comprised a large part of his career, with Welsh stepping into roles of historical and cultural import. His work in Canadian and American films brought him on screen with some of cinema's most revolutionary names, including Marlon Brando and Meryl Streep. The 2000s proved especially significant for Welsh, following roles in successful films like The Aviator and The Day After Tomorrow. Though he told 25 years later that Wyndham Earle remained his favorite television character to play, the veteran blessed crime thriller fanatics with an unforgettable rendition of Dr. Watson beside Matt Frewer's Sherlock Holmes in a series of Hallmark films.
Well, you must admit this case certainly has its share of bizarre convergences.
It does indeed.
Sitcom veteran Cindy Williams, whose television legacy was defined by her iconic role as the affable Shirley Feeney, left generations of fans heartbroken when she died on January 25, 2023. Her death, which followed a period of illness, was confirmed in a statement by her children, who paid homage to her brilliant sense of humor and a glittering spirit that everyone loved. It seems Williams was born to be a star, and her inclination to acting came at a young age. Revealing that she was voted funniest woman in high school, Williams said in a Television Academy interview, "I always knew I could make people laugh, even in grade school." Williams, along with her co-star Penny Marshall, would go on to lead ABC's super hit comedy Laverne and Shirley between 1976 and 1982. In a testament to her acting genius beyond the small screen, Williams was also associated with critically acclaimed cinema, starring in Oscar-nominated films American Graffiti and The Conversation in the 1970s. Even long after her career peak, Williams continued to light up the screen in Hallmark productions, including 2016's A Dream of Christmas and 2012's Strawberry Summer. A prolific voice artist with an exhaustive body of work, Kirby Morrow was an English dubbing expert who lent his skill to numerous animated projects. From a range of beloved anime to multiple Marvel superhero series, much of the Canadian's screen acting credits were on television. He played Captain Dave Kleinman in the iconic sci-fi Stargate Atlantis. In 2014, he left viewers heart-eyed as the romantic lead in Hallmark's A Ring by Spring. Morrow died on November 18, 2020, following a history of substance abuse. The actor's brother, Casey Morrow, confirmed the news on social media, posting a heartbreaking statement on Facebook that included a snippet from Morrow's journal. It read, in part, "If there's any one constant in my life, it is the overwhelming moments of reality that remind me I am never completely in control of my own mind. What makes me so sure that people will even care about what I think or what I've done? I have something I have known my whole life that makes me unique." Tributes streamed in for Morrow from friends and fans online, while his brother initiated a scholarship in his name to help aspiring performers. If you or anyone you know is struggling with addiction issues, help is available. Visit the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration website or contact SAMHSA's National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP 4357.